7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of self that have exactly whatever it is that you want. I hope you're making that choice every day. Not when you remember you're manifesting something, but every day you make that conscious choice of knowing who you are and knowing that whatever it is, maybe you're a multi-manifester like I am. So you know that whenever you tell yourself that you are new self, you know what that means. You know it means everything. You know your dream life is unfolding right in front of you. Just saying. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, all of that information is in that drop box below. All ways to connect with me are in the drop box below, including all coaching, emergency, and regular info, including my 3 channel memberships. I cannot recommend the channel memberships any more than I do. They are that amazing, and it's not because they're mine. It's because of the people that show up and share, okay, and share amongst other things. What I do recommend is that you join the VIP, the Advanced Manifestors group. That is the group where we are deep diving all aspects and perspectives of manifestation so that we are deepening our knowledge, deepening our belief, our faith, coming into that knowing of what we're manifesting, right? So that we're not afraid of our 3D. And we don't go to the instant decision that it's not working out. Nothing's changing. No, we don't go there. That's not our natural inclination anymore because we know better. And we are the group that is expanding our awareness, which can only benefit you. Only. With that group comes access to all of the channel memberships, all of them, all 3. Yes, the Advanced Manifestors, that VIP group, that gives you access to every single one of the channel member meetings. All of them. The VIP, the Advanced Manifestors, they are the only group that has access to absolutely all of the recordings of the channel membership sessions in case you missed a night. Or maybe the scheduled time is a time where you just can't be near an electronic, so you can't listen, you can't watch, and you don't want to miss anything. You've got the replays. I have the hot seat group coaching. That's the group where you can get your ass in that hot seat and ask me anything you want regarding your manifestation. That group comes with a trigger warning, however, because we're going to talk circumstances, and sometimes peeps get emotional, and that is totally the safe group for that to happen. Okay, we open our arms to everyone in all the groups, but especially that one because, like I said, sometimes things get a little triggering. But if that's something you're interested in and you would like to have a taste of what a 10 to 15 minute coaching call with me would be like, that's the group you want to join. If you join just the hot seat group, you will automatically have access to the exclusive lives group as well. The exclusive lives group is the group where we share success stories and tips and tricks, or sometimes we refer to as nuggets. That's that group. That's the group that's going to pump you up and keep you going. Keep you going. When you hear the successes and the exciting things happening for other people in the group, as well as coming in and sharing your own successes, because you can mark your little date down today that Kim said, more than likely you're going to have something amazing happen for you. I'm just telling you, it seems like everybody who joins the exclusive lives has something awesome happen. If not their full manifestation, then amazing movement to it. And again, if you're in that VIP Advanced Manifestors group and you've heard me talk about all the amazing exclusive lives membership meetings that we've had over the course of the last several months, you will have the access to the pre-recorded sessions. You can see what you've been missing. My God, that group is a zhuzh. I'm telling you, the momentum of that zhuzh energy, like it flows for the full session. I'm just saying. And just to make it clear, we meet over Zoom. I post a new link to Zoom every week on the night of the membership sessions, which are normally on Tuesdays and Fridays. I post them under the community tab, just so you're aware. That's how to hook up with this girl. That's how you do it. Okay? Now, let's get in today's video. So this video is essentially inspired by one of my amazing sessions that I had today, actually this morning. Well, I've had more than one session today, but this session, it was a zhuzh, because the lovely person I spoke to reminded me of something that I had said in a video once, that it really does just come down to a choice. And that reminded me of you all, that maybe some of us need a reminder that really every moment, how we choose to perceive and handle our 3D reality, it is a choice. And I know sometimes it doesn't necessarily feel like a damn choice, especially when circumstances pop up what seem out of nowhere, and especially if they're frustrating or upsetting. I know it doesn't feel like we got a choice in that moment, but we do, and it's a powerful choice. The idea of manifestation, the idea of evolving, stepping into the reality of understanding who you really are. Not just who you are as like, I'm Kimberly. No, I mean the true self, which is pure, unadulterated consciousness. When we make that discovery, for some of us, it's I'm sure you're met with some disbelief, just like I was. Or like you're like, yeah, I understand. I'm pure unadulterated consciousness. I'm God, I'm universe. Great, Kim. Where's my shit? That's how I used to be. So I understand if that's where you are mentally right now in this moment, but I promise it's going to mean something to you at some point. It really, really is. So maybe you should listen to this nugget right now. That even when we're faced with upsetting, frustrating, annoying circumstances, do you understand that reality is bending towards your will every single moment? So when we're faced with a circumstance outside of the typical catchphrase we all know so well, circumstances don't matter. And they don't matter. They don't. But outside of that, what is something I would like you all to keep in the back of your mind, that if you could, go watch the movie Inception. If I can find a more helpful clip from this movie, I will insert it here. Do you see how everything was breaking down and rebuilding, bending, moving, changing? That's what you're doing from moment to moment with the decisions that you make. And I know that's not necessarily what's right in front of your face, because reality seemingly looks probably the same for you, but it's changing. And it's changing just like the clip you just saw. And as amazing as that is, we sometimes forget, and we sometimes give right back into our old self when we are faced with circumstances. And again, I'm not wishing circumstances on you, unless of course there's circumstances you enjoy. But if you could remember from moment to moment, hey, you're pretty special. You've been given the gift of knowing that you are awake, that you can step out of your lucid dream life, because that's really what we're in, like a waking dream, like God's waking dream. And you've been given the gift of waking the hell up and now hacking the dream, as Vadim Zeland would say, hacking the dream. Your decision from moment to moment is you hacking the dream. Some of you are hacking it to give right back into shitty circumstances and going back to your old self. It's a choice you're making. And some of you are like me and are doing our best, not to be perfect, but doing our best because we want what we want, to make the decision to remind ourselves that when we're faced with shit in the 3D, especially shit we don't like or understand, we still choose to remind ourselves that we are pure, unadulterated consciousness. I don't have to allow myself to get sucked in to this circumstance. I am my new self. That's who I am, new self. And new self isn't afraid over his or her 3D. New self knows better. New self understands that even if we are faced with circumstances that make absolutely no sense to us, it's still working in our benefit because we are a child of God. And by child of God, I mean you have that within you. God is within you. God is you. This is God's waking dream. If you don't believe in God, insert the word you do. But that's what's happening here. So when you're faced with a circumstance that you're labeling as shitty, in this moment, I don't care if it's through tears or rage, anger, in this moment, you stop, you remember that you are awake and you refuse to fall back asleep to the dream. You refuse it. You know who you are. You are pure, unadulterated consciousness, and you are refusing to be sucked in. And you are standing in your decision to be your new self. As Vadim Zeland would say, right now, embrace the awareness that your life is a game, which you have been pushed into playing while you are mentally engrossed in the game. You can't objectively evaluate a situation or influence the course of events in any significant way. So first, come down into the audience hall. Take a good, calm look at everything around you and say to yourself, in this moment, I am fully awake and aware of where I am, what is happening, what I am doing, and why. Then walk back onto the stage and continue playing your role while remaining the witness like any other member of the audience. See, you have a huge advantage, awareness. You have hacked the game and acquired the ability to control it. Now, what Vadim is talking about here as far as like the audience hall, everything around you in your 3D reality is an acting gig or a dream. The way you see it really doesn't matter to me. For the rest of this, we'll call it a TV show that you're living, like The Truman Show. And you're one of the actors, this character you're playing, this role. The character I'm playing is Kimberly. Except every other person in your TV show, your 3D reality, they believe they are the actual characters they're playing. You're the only one that's aware that it's a TV show. It's only a TV show. Or it's only a dream. You are the only one with the powerful knowing that what you are aware of is what you're experiencing. So you know what you're doing. You know why you're even watching my content or anybody's content. You know why. Remember, let's do this. You got a circumstance that sucks right now? You got something you're frustrated with? Stop. Stop. As Vadim says, you can't make an objective decision or observation while you're sucked into that circumstance. So we stop. We remind ourselves that we are awake. We are awake. Everyone else is sucked into the game or sucked into the TV show or the dream. You choose which words feel good to you. Whatever circumstance is happening right now, if you know that you're choosing to be aware of being the version of yourself that has your desire, if you know that that's what you're choosing every day, then what circumstance is happening right now must somehow be a part of the unfolding of the manifestation. So as upsetting as it might be, okay, or frustrating, or making zero sense why it's here, there's no reason to panic. You need to not get yourself sucked in. Because the moment you get sucked into those circumstances, you are forgetting that it's just God's waking dream, or it's just your personal TV show, and you need to remember that you're not actually just a damn actor. You're more than that. You're the one running the damn whole show. Wake up. Remind yourself of who you are. And that's that. Everything else will be taken care of. Even your upsetting, shitty, frustrating circumstance. We don't have to fight against the 3D, but sometimes we got to remember that. And the reason why I brought up the movie Inception, because my lovely girl that I was talking to this morning, okay, Cheryl, she is the person that reminded me of something I said in a video on top of that movie, Inception. So from moment to moment, do you realize that when you give yourself that power of remembering that you're making a decision to be a certain version of yourself, do you understand that reality is bending to your will immediately when you make that decision? Just because reality might still look the same doesn't mean it has not changed. Some of you get so easily fooled by that. I used to get super easily fooled. Don't get sucked into the circumstances. Especially all of you claiming that you've been doing everything right. Good. Good. No one asked you to stop. Keep making your decision to be new self. If you've got a surprising, unexpected circumstance, don't you worry. You stand in your decision. It is somehow getting you to your outcome. But you do have that option of rolling right back to your old self. You've got that option. Hey, it's your reality. You can do whatever you want with it. But like the movie Inception, when you give back into your old self, you can imagine the world or the 3D bending and morphing in a direction we probably don't want it to. That's why you have the free will to choose. So choose who you want to be. Choose new self. If you are brand new to my channel and you made it to the end of this video, I would love for you to subscribe and be my new friend and let me know in the comments below that you're new here. First of all. Second of all, whenever you hear me say new self, all I mean is, as Neville Goddard would say, in the wish fulfilled, the version of you who is that wonderful version of yourself that has whatever it is you're manifesting. New self. That's all it means. And it's another phrase instead of saying state of consciousness. That's all. New self. Simple. And quite frankly, it's what I use when I am choosing to manifest something. And I'm manifesting something at all times. We all are. But conscious manifestation, I just decide who new self is. And I remind myself every day that that's who I am. And yeah, I successfully manifest. And you can too. We got to remember who we are. Stay awake. Stay awake, biatches. Stay awake. Choose new self. And understand that whatever's happening is leading to the outcome. Always. No exceptions. The only reason why you might disagree with me right now in this moment is because you are probably thinking something logically or literally. And I will scream it to the high heavens. Logic is not our friend unless we are benefiting from it. Okay? And for any of you else out there, before I let y'all go, we've all been conditioned to use common sense, be realistic. That type of thinking has probably been the thing that's landed you into the circumstance that you're probably trying to get rid of right now or change. I'm just saying, okay? I'm talking about be realistic. Use your common sense when it comes to dumbing yourself down or making yourself feel like you are less than or could never get the thing you're manifesting. Drop that old shit thinking as fast as possible, please. The only time I want you using your common sense is when you're using it to your benefit to get what you want. Okay? So, on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.